The black-eyed children are perhaps one of modern folklore's most unsettling villains. For good enough reason, these figures abandon all notions of childhood innocence. They reject human norms, and they rip apart our sense of safety at its very foundation. In its place, the legend of the black-eyed children has created a structured system of dread and otherworldly terror. This phenomenon offers a tangled web of contradictions, profound fear, paranormal claims, and single-minded determination. But by looking beyond the now famous urban legend, you can find some grim and relevant truths about the fears that haunt the modern world and how we make sense of the unknown. To understand at all the phenomenon of the black-eyed children, you do need to understand its origins and to a degree the digital age it grew up in. These times were marked by the rise of internet forums and a new form of digital folklore. The modern iteration of the legend largely traces back to the late 1990s, when a Texas-based journalist named Brian Bethel shared a chilling story online. In 1996, he was sitting in his car outside a movie theater when two young boys approached him. Bethel described the children as having unnaturally pale skin and eyes that were completely solid black. Their speech was strange, their mannerisms unsettling, and they persistently asked to be let inside his car. He felt an inexplicable, primal fear and drove away, an experience that would soon become the template for countless other reports. These typical encounters almost always follow a specific, unnerving pattern. Witnesses describe children, usually between the ages of 6 and 16, who appear dressed in oddly plain or old-fashioned clothing that seems out of place for the modern era. They often emerge under the cover of darkness, materializing on quiet doorsteps, approaching parked cars on lonely roads, or simply standing silently outside a person's home. Their request is consistently simple and delivered with an eerie calm: "Let us in." Across nearly every account, eyewitnesses report being gripped by an overwhelming sense of dread and impending doom, a feeling that defies rational explanation but is impossible to ignore. The core of the fear they inspire lies in the details that defy our understanding of reality. The children's most defining feature is their eyes, solid, soulless black orbs with no whites, no irises, and no pupils. This unnatural feature is often the first sign that something is profoundly wrong. Beyond their appearance, witnesses frequently describe a powerful psychological effect, claiming to feel hypnotized, mentally paralyzed, or as if their life force is being drained away in the children's presence. Adding to the mystery, some stories include claims that electronics like phones and cameras malfunction, or that the children vanish into thin air the moment their request for entry is denied, leaving no trace behind. As the legend has grown, so have the theories attempting to explain what these unnerving visitors might be. Paranormal explanations are the most common, casting the children as demons in disguise, a modern type of vampire that feeds on fear instead of blood, or restless spirits trapped between worlds. Another popular theory leans toward the extraterrestrial, suggesting they could be alien-human hybrids sent to our planet to observe humanity or even infiltrate our society. The phenomenon also has deep roots in global folklore, bearing a striking resemblance to ancient tales of changelings, fey tricksters, and malevolent spirit children who lure unsuspecting victims to their doom. Of course, psychological explanations propose that these encounters are manifestations of sleep paralysis, shared cultural anxieties fueling mass hysteria, or simply a creepypasta-fueled urban myth that has taken on a life of its own in the digital age. These theories are fueled by a steady stream of chilling, real-life stories that continue to surface from around the world. In one widely circulated account, a man in Vermont claimed two black-eyed children appeared at his rural home during a severe snowstorm, pleading for shelter. After he reluctantly let them inside, his house cats reacted with intense fear and aggression, and he later suffered a sudden and severe decline in his health. Far away in England, a woman reported waking in the middle of the night to find a black-eyed child silently peering through her second-story bedroom window, a figure that vanished the instant she screamed for her husband. This combination of physical impossibility and psychological terror would certainly form the basis for the legend's enduring power.